Okay, so first up, you have to decide your hull tonnage.
1,000.
That's a bit outside our range.
Oh, that's 100 mega credits, and like every mega credit is 1,000,000.
1,000,000 tons.
I
So,
mean,
yeah, so that would be- So
our
that would be
ship shares-
one, because that would mean that we have already an outright 1 billion credit monster without having anything.
That's fine.
Remember,
Well,
this
no,
goes
only-
into this goes into our mortgage too. So be careful with like making us like have to like conquer a planet a month to pay off a ship.
Well, Hull 3 is probably a decent size.
Yeah, 3 or 4. 4 is actually. I mean, I'm not opposed to start. Actually, let's go ahead and do 4 because 5 doubles the cost, but 4 from 3 adds just 4 million.
Yeah.
So next thing, do we want to have it streamlined, distributed, or standard?
Streamlining is very useful because we can get fuel scoop.
Yeah, it includes the fuel
And-
scoops.
B, we can also land it.
You mean crash it?
Standard, technically you can land it, but your landing is you glide until you land. Streamlined is you
glide.
Streamlined is you can just flat out land it. Distributed means you cannot go into atmosphere, and you also do not have any fuel scoops.
Wow.
Well, we're trying. Well, I guess was this the SS fuel efficiency, right?
It says fuel efficiency.
Okay, so if we do that, then we have 17.6 mega credits for 400 tons. All right, armor.
Probably just either go with base or throw some titanium steel on.
Yeah, the cheapest one is.
Basic hull protection provides some protection, but it's possible to add heavier armors to the hull for added defense. Armor added is in 5% increments of the ship tonnage.
I mean, who's gonna shoot? Who's gonna shoot us is the question.
We've got
everyone.
Titanium steel or Crystallion. We don't have super dense.
Crystal iron.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't. I wasn't actually reading it 100%.
Well,
So
crystalline doesn't make sense.
Let's pick our guns first. I mean, before we pick our iron, because we need.
No,
because
we're doing this in order.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it in order.
Yeah.
You need, because if you have to change any of these other bits, it really messes up. Because if you have to, everything kind of bases off the size of the hull. So if you increase the size of the hull, basically that throws a load more stuff off whack.
I hear you.
Okay. If we do crystal iron, that does increase the cost of the base hull quite a bit, but we can do one hit of that for 5% of the weight.
Well, what's the
For
point in
protection.
Yeah.
What's
But we have so
I don't know. That's like a 4-fold increase in cost over titanium steel for only +2 or 2.
okay, give me a second.
I mean, titanium steel maybe
But
gets
the
better.
real issue is the volume of the ship's hull that it takes up.
Oh, what does it say?
Yeah, because the if you have a lot of mass of the ship, it's going to take more to.
Yeah,
push it
armor
places.
is in 5% increments, so titanium steel gives you 2 per 5%, and crystal iron gives you 4 per 5% of the
we
hull space.
we can't afford much more than 1 or 2, maybe.
Well, no,
I mean,
you've got
strictly
the
speaking,
crystal
we can
irons.
afford whatever the hell we can actually,
paid the mortgage on.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm sort of predicting. If we get too much armor, it's going to be too expensive.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of hits of titanium steel wouldn't be too bad.
Nah.
So 10% of your hull.
Just got back. So, what's up?
2 hits of titanium for 4 protection at 10% of the base hull cost
And 10% of the
of the volume of the ship's hull.
Which will
so
turn out that we are wildly under armored.
Yeah, I don't know how much the base hull.
Maybe we should look at the weapons just to see how much damage they deal.
Oh, we should almost certainly get self-sealing.
Prevents hull hits from leading to explosive decompression.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not a bad idea.
since I'm technically the mechanic on this barge,
God help us all.
because I have two repair robots.
Great. Are you
Myself.
doing this with an Excel sheet or something?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, oh my god.
1 second. I will get a link. And
Well, if you're doing it, then we should be fine.
Discord.
Okay.
This way we can actually see what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
So, looking at things,
Discord.
most weapons deal 1d6 damage. Some of the more expensive, larger ones deal 2d6. I mean, the turreted ones now. The really big ones deal like 6d6, which is just gonna flat out kill us anyway.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff where you have a dedicated warship. We're not meaning to go against
We're not really flying the Almasai shield here, people. Heck, we're not even fighting the Defiant.
Okay.
So yeah, 4 points of hull protection isn't too bad.
Streamlined. Yeah, it costs 0.0. Yeah, is a 0.01 mega credits per ton, which is times 400,
So 4 mega credits.
which is 4 million for that.
How?
I mean, compared to the rest of the ship, that's nothing.
Armor type titanium, tech level 7. Cost is
We
10% of the ship.
We could up our protection against lasers, which are a pretty common weapon by the looks of it.
Yeah, but that's
Briefly.
40 mega credits.
It's true. Yeah, that's more expensive than the hull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be more expensive than the hull, even with all of the. And that's more expensive than the
With all shit
armor.
we just added to it.
I suspect some of the stuff was badly costed out.
Well, you're supposed to. The thing is that you're supposed to be like paying a due on your ship.
Mortgage. Yeah.
No, but I
It's
mean
like
stuff like
buying-
Reflect, which, unless it's the smallest ship. You know, even on the smaller ship, it costs literally more than the hull itself.
Yeah.
Because you're putting it over the hull.
Yeah, but why is anyone ever going to take it if it costs so damn much? It's
Well,
almost
okay,
cheaper
if
to
you-
buy extra armor.
Yeah, getting reflect would make the 100-ton hull cost the same as a 300-ton hull.
But it doesn't take any extra tonnage.
True.
Yeah, but
that
Yeah, it doesn't. It
it'll
doesn't
be-
take more mass. You don't have to worry about the mass to acceleration.
I don't know. It just makes more sense to me to just get 2 extra things of titanium steel.
Yeah, but
for
then
plus
you do.
4 against.
But then that increases the whole. I think the whole what do you call, which increases the amount you have to spend to accelerate, which means you have to do more for the fuel.
yeah,
We'll see how that works.
I think it's
suspect
more that if
it's
you
gonna-
have more money than sense, you would go for reflect. But if you have to actually go for a budget, then you just get armor.
If you want to fly a ship from Naboo, it's the choice for you, but otherwise, it's not really worth it.
Okay, so let me check that out. We've got self-sealing armor, titanium. So wait, titanium. That should be 10% of what the hull is right now. Oh, and that's plus the.
That's the that percent of the whole is the cost. Sorry.
Oh, we've got 5. Yeah, percent of the hull. That's how much. That's how much tonnage, and is also cost. Is a percentage of what the hull costs.
So we're trying to keep this thing to a point where we can. We're trying to do one of the big three things. We're trying to make sure you can go far, it's cheap, or it's strong. So
So we're not going to get any one of those 3.
So it's base hull cost. So this is before the configuration, I think. So we have 10%. So the
That'd
2
be-
hits of armor would be 1.6 as well.
Yeah, so that would be a total of 17.6 mega credits so far.
Well, 17.6, and then plus an additional 1.6.
space travel is expensive, people.
What are you talking about?
Because we streamlined it, so that's 10%.
Oh, plus another 10%. So
yeah, so we're at 1.2, and then we have 4 million extra for the self-sealing.
So if this venture goes wrong, I'm just gonna live in a task forever, and you guys can deal with the crap.
But you guys can deal with the creditors.
Yes.
Change your name, get a mustache, and
So we have a number of hull points equal to 1 per 50. So we have, so as it says here, we have 8 and 8 hull and structure.
So 8 hull points.
Yeah.
Whoa, that means weapons are wildly dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're in
Because
space.
if you do not have any armor, you just flat out take damage to your hull. So this is why armor is really nice.
Yeah, but this is just basically going to turn into rocket tag.
Yeah, it is rocket tag in
It's hard
space.
science.
shoot-
I said it's a hard science universe. Space combat is supposed to be dangerous.
Maybe we
Highly
should just not
dangerous.
take weapons so that it doesn't invite people to shoot at us.
You say that like that would actually happen.
You say that like we're
Well-
not going to fuck with people.
You do realize that Rogue Sector is not exactly the most friendly place.
That's also very true.
It's not like
I would
it's not like everyone else is rolling around in capital ships and freaking, Corsairs.
I would like my personal berth to be located right next to the escape pods.
But then,
Actually, we get escape pods per
I see.
per stateroom. That's what I was trying to say.
so our stateroom is the escape pod essentially. You just you know.
Yes.
I mean, we could say that.
I think that's right. So I can keep all my stuff when things go tits up.
More like it.
All right, now time for the drives in the plant.
Yep. So, jump drives. How far do you want to be able to jump in one?
I'm fine with jumping 1.
I say nowhere because space is dangerous.
We should have backed out thought of this about 4 hours ago. Okay, so jump 1. That would only cost you 40 tons in fuel.
Yeah, I just want to say that does cut us off from half of the sector.
Well, however, jump 1 also means but with our streamlined ship, if we can find any gas thing, and that's 1 parsec per jump. If we can have a range of 2 but jump 1 per.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, we can actually go
We
like.
still need to set aside 40 tons for a jump.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So if you
and
want,
then there's what?
Yeah,
I remember in the Fatal and Friends thing reading that people would just generate characters, have them die, and pass on the rest of the stuff in their wills to the other guys, so they could afford a ship that didn't suck. I'm starting to understand why.
Well, it's the thing is that we're currently dealing with we can always get a better ship via, I guess, like making enough dosh.
The issue is the making of the dosh.
Yes, that means we have to do the things that make the dosh.
how long does a jump take anyway?
1 week.
plus a few
1
hours.
week?
Yeah. No matter how far you jump.
That's kind of long and short of it.
Or we could get one of the alternative jump drive types.
Nah, standard. The thing is,
You
that's
mean
when
this-
that jumping time is when you train your skills up.
Yeah.
Like me trying to learn how to shoot a gun, so I don't blow my foot off
Please
my
don't.
rifle.
You're gonna blow a hole in the hull.
It's
Okay.
gonna cost so
Why
much
we have
money.
a special reinforced section right near the engine core that
You mean an
incidentally does not have any shielding in it.
Why am
I
I?
mean,
Why am I? Wait. Why is the gun range inside the Why is the gun range inside the airlock?
Why is the gun range right next to the place we keep all the spent fuel canisters?
Okay. I was wondering. I was wondering
Outside
what
the
the.
ship.
I was wondering what the hell. Let's see, how the hell you figure out the performance per hull thing? Okay, so a B or a C class jump drive gets us 1 parsec. D and E gets us 2. F and G gets us 3, and so on. So we can get a B jump drive and get 1 parsec.
Would be 15 tons.
That would be 15 tons. It would cost us 20 mega credits. Now, our power plant is based off of the highest between the jump drive and the maneuvering drive. So, again, that also works off of the same efficiencies. We can get a B or C for 1, D or E for 2, F or G for 3. But whatever we do, we have to match that with our power plant.
So...
How quickly do you want to burn through
C-Class M drive?
A C-Class M drive and a C-Class power plant? Because that would get us 2 maneuvering... Yeah, because
Plus it's a nice even 30 for the whole set. Tons, that is.
For maneuver drives, the potential is the thrust number, which is the number of G's acceleration available. For jump drives, the potential is the jump number, the jump range, and parsecs.
So it'd be 10 tons and be worth 10 million.
I don't even know where we are anymore. You guys handle this.
Yeah, no, because I have to flip between 2 pages. It's page 107 and 108 of the base Grappler book.
Our hull is 400, right?
Yeah.
We have 400 tonnage, yeah.
A C-Class maneuvering drive still only gets us 1.
Yeah, no, we'd have to go D.
The maneuver.
Yeah. Which would then
17.
also mean we'd need a D power plant. Ship creation's hard, yo.
It's in depth, man. What can you say?
I'm going to sit here and continue to say we should have never left our homeworld.
We should have never left.
Why are we going into space? It seems like such a good idea until I found out how much money it costs. I've never had to think about it before. Oh! Right?
Maybe not quite to that extent,
Okay.
but close enough.
That's your power plant sorted.
Yeah, because if we're going to get a D maneuvering drive, we need to have a D power plant. We can't not.
Okay, the bridge is an additional 20 tons.
And 2 million.
I think the bridge is... Oh, so it does.
Yeah. Okay, fuel must be indicated in the design plans. There's no cost, but capacity just determines how much it must refuel. Well, total fuel storage, it must be indicated. Fuel needed for a jump depends on the size of the ship and the length of the jump. 0.1 tonnage times the jump distance.
So 40 tons for you.
So
We're
40
running-
tons per jump. So if we get if we get 80 tons of space, then that means we have enough for 2 jumps.
How much
We should
space do we have
probably
left on this thing?
do that a bit because that also powers our maneuvering drives.
Oh, it also powers the maneuvering?
I'm sorry, Count Tosspot. We're currently
As far
having
as
a
I
bunk
know.
bed in this.
We can't. Yeah, we're gonna end up. We're not gonna be able to put any berths in this thing.
Oh
Bunk
god.
bed's a-
Yeah, fuel amounts listed below is the amount of fuel that a ship takes up in 2 weeks, not including jumps.
I
we're
suspect I
getting
know
a
why
D?
this.
Yeah, so we actually do need 88 tons.
I suspect I know why this RPG wasn't more popular.
It is very popular.
I'd say we should. Where's the fuel tanks?
Yeah, so we need 88 tons for fuel in order to get 2 weeks of operation and 2 jumps.
Oh,
But
God.
that's
remember,
it.
if we get below 10% of our gas tank, we actually lose abilities to jump.
Yeah.
So we're just straight up fucked if we jump twice.
Yeah, so I'd say we should probably go for 120.
How much free space do we have left on this thing?
If you go for...
If we go with 120, not much.
I
We
suspect
have,
it's not
what,
gonna-
400 tons?
Yeah, 400 tons, so
Okay,
actually
so
we're probably not too bad.
162 tons remaining.
Have
That's with 2 jumps worth of fuel and...
you guys stuck a bridge on this thing yet?
Yes,
Yes.
that's automatically counted. I have a spreadsheet. It's fine.
Yeah.
Is this the spreadsheet right here?
Yeah.
Okay, because
This is fun.
I'm enjoying it, mostly because we're getting how much money we need to use,
But
how much
model
it costs
number-
to roll this, to fly this thing.
How much does this thing cost as of this moment? How much does this thing cost?
93 million.
We're almost at the point where we could just take the lab ship.
Oh, again, the reason why we're almost at 93 million is because most of the cost for that lab ship is in the first bit where we just are.
Yeah.
Like,
The most expensive part of any ship is going to be its drives and power plant.
yeah. So we're actually not doing too bad.
No,
So
you're
now we
not.
got to figure out the computer.
It's all in abacus.
We're gonna go with a Model 2 or a Model 3.
What's
There's
a Model 3 to
massive-
do?
It's
What book is this in, by the
That
way?
is one hell of a price gap.
yeah, it's a
Holy
massive
shit.
price jump. I go for Model 2.
Yeah, I may as well, because that's more than 10 times the cost actually.
Look at that
Yeah.
350.
it goes from 160,000, which I could just buy off of my cash,
To 2
to
million.
2 mega credits.
Wait, what?
Yes.
It's 160,000 to 2 million.
From a Model 2 to a Model
What
3.
the fuck?
I know. Okay.
But computers don't take up any space, so it's kind of that type of thing.
Yeah.
What
we
is
can-
computer
And
effect?
since we're doing a Model 2, we might as well get jump control spec and hardened systems.
Which means that we're immune to
It's
EMPs
only doubles the cost.
and it's rating 15 for jump control programs.
But hold on, what is the computer effect? Like, if this is integral to our survival,
The computer is identified by in general knowledge.
It work like
Does
personal
it
computers, but
actually-
they have more power because the ship
Okay.
software.
The jump control spec means we don't need a navigator. We can just let the computer handle calculations.
straight into a black hole.
And
But yeah, it's for running programs, so there is ship software that we can get that lets the ship kind of run itself.
So this is pretty important.
The rating of the computer means how many programs or how good of programs we can put in the ship.
So why not just? It's just in the grand scheme of things, it's just 2 more mega credits.
you can come back to
Just-
it at the
Or
end.
4.
Yeah, we can go back to that at the end. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't take whole
Yeah.
space. It's not one you can worry about. Electronics.
Alright.
Electronics. I'm thinking basic military at the very least.
Basic military at the very least.
What book you
Very
guys
advanced.
looking at, by the way?
This is 108.
the main
We're
problem-
we're using the base book.
Okay.
I didn't add a category for electronics.
Excuse me.
So we get it for free?
No, I can fix it.
That's basically basic military is
Plus,
Tickles.
Yeah,
Then-
basic mil is only 2 tons and 1 meg.
not that bad. Remember, we're all like taking up massive loans for this ship. Like,
hmm
yeah, you're supposed to
I'm
be
calling
like Firefly.
in every shipyard shop contact I have.
I'm wheelbarrowing in things that I kept for my job. Hey, I know this warship that we could use to. Hey, Craig, can I bring my gun over from that warship I salvaged and just like leave my personal weapon, the first ship weapon?
You want to buy a gun? Wait, what?
No, I'm just like saying that we've refurbished that one warship I used that got dropped off when I was 18, and the gun benefit I had from that was for it could be any weapon, so it could be a ship weapon.
No, it
don't
says
work
any.
like that.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Sorry. I tried.
Yeah, I'd say
The next
let's skip the electronics because we can. Well, actually, no, we can't because that does cost tonnage.
Yeah, I've just put basic military in. It's
Yeah,
probably-
basic military at the very least.
Okay,
So that way-
staterooms.
All of them.
Oh, you want a stateroom
Well-
each?
There are only
Well,
5
yeah.
of us, and we can double up.
Let's.
no,
let's
I
go
don't
with-
think.
let's go with 10.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
can
with
at least
10
have some
staterooms so we can
passengers.
contain
That's-
5 more people comfortably, or 20
can-
people in total.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can,
that's another 40 tons.
because
that's
remember,
another-
people will pay for for traveling from place to place on our ship if we're doing jumps.
Do we have 40 tons left on
Yes,
this
you
thing?
still got 120.
We,
even after
we've
that.
got a lot of space still.
Okay, good.
Um,
Okay, also
Arthur,
some
chill
low...
out.
No!
Low
We
passage.
also want some low passage... Yes.
We'll need at least a couple just for emergencies, because you can use those for, in case one of us gets really fucked up, we can throw them in Susan and fix them
We
later.
probably want some to charge people to die in space.
What page is this?
We're
This
on,
is on
page-
110.
Yeah, again, we can get low passage, if nothing else, for suspended animation. So if somebody's actively dying, we can throw them in low passage and then thaw them out later.
Also, you can that's another berth you can actually travel people in that they go in. You put them in cold.
Yes.
So we can run space slums.
Or you can just run you can run. That's basically what people do for bulk freighting for people around.
Wait,
Basically, you remember how Pitch Black started?
Yeah. It's the,
With
the unlucky
cryo
people.
ship,
um,
bunch of frozen folks.
hmm
actually, okay, this depends. We might want to go back to, just as a cost thing, we might want to go back to the streamlining bit, because, increase the cost by 10%. Well, getting the fuel scoops only cost 1 million credits.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So we may want to just reduce the streamlining to standard hull, and then go and get fuel scoops.
Feels cool. Well, we can also land the thing is the thing we're talking about here as well.
We can land with a standard ship too.
It's just a bit harder.
It's just not as
It's not as graceful. It's more of we let it slow down until.
Are we going to be taking off or landing with our ass on fire? Is a major question here.
Both.
Yes.
I mean, we're probably going to
So-
be using grav drives in atmospheres.
I mean, so it's just the idea of how much we're going to be spending per month to keep the ship up and going.
Yeah. Well, let's just go with fuel scoops instead. So that's slightly less expensive for no hull increase.
Hey,
Sorry for going back.
Instead of the streamlines.
Yeah, instead of the streamlined, let's go for
Buying the
regular.
fuel scoops and the fuel processor.
Yeah,
Of course.
because that also does decrease the cost of our armor. Well, no, it doesn't,
Well-
because
How many fuel processors?
Well, each one can convert 20 tons of unrefined hydrogen into refined fuel per day.
and we need 40 tons of fuel in order to make one jump.
so about $1 million
two.
worth.
Two
So
for
then
that-
that's only 100,000.
Yeah, honestly, we only need we only need 1 ton of fuel processors, unless we're trying to convert a lot of fuel into a hurry.
I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3. You know, we don't want to wait.
They're not
an extra
exactly
day until you
expensive.
get
I mean-
the lot.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah.
skimp on that. May as
We're
well.
going to call this the USNS We Surrender.
So the thing is, can you sell fuel?
No, I don't think you can, because it's just so damn common. And also, there's probably trade regulations against that.
Okay, well then maybe just 2, because I don't see how we would need more if our minimum to jump is 40.
Yeah, our minimum to jump is 40, and our day-to-day operations make it so that we need 8 per 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that means at minimum, we have to
If
load
we're in a
around
system
for
with a
day
gas
before.
giant, we're never going to run out of fuel.
Remember, fleeing is also a very good option when dealing with ship stuff.
Okay, so how many tons of fuel?
2 fuel processors.
2.
So 2 tons.
So we're gonna get particle beams, right?
Huh.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
we're
many
gonna buy-
low berths did we take?
We haven't decided yet.
Oh, I thought we decided.
feel
Low
like-
berth is
Yeah. Go ahead.
low berths is the cryo, right?
Yes.
Well,
Well, I
that's
feel
a
like
good.
we can get
Also,
one emergency low
Great.
berth, because that's for survival.
Great.
And
Spelled Berth.
I still think we should get some for passengers.
What
Alright.
spell? Sorry.
You
Low
said low
birth.
birth instead of low.
Berth.
I mean, they're cheap and they only take up half a ton.
What are?
Low berths.
The low berths.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna get an alien infestation that's going to run around and have acidic blood and try and eat everyone here.
Well,
I'm thinking we should probably get at least for low birth passage. I think we should get at least 20 minimum. That's 10 tons.
yeah. How much does it cost to go on low berth? Because, like...
Depends on how far you're going. With our jump drive, it's only about 1,000 per.
Well, still, I mean, look... Okay, so at 120-something thousand million, the science vessel cost 50,000 per month, right?
Your current running costs for this maintenance is only 10,000. This is 484,000 at the moment.
Yeah, so if we can get 20 people on this thing each time we go from station to station, we can defray a lot of the monthly cost.
Yeah, we can. That's basically like you basically try to incorporate a lot of your day-to-days with your basic running of the ship.
Yeah, so
Because the whole ship.
I'm saying I agree with Zeb, and we should get 20.
20 low berths.
And we should also get a few staterooms at least.
You've
Yeah,
got 10.
we're gonna need our own staterooms at the least.
So you've got 5 staterooms for you.
Might as well double it.
How much does it cost to go on a stateroom, a high passage, or whatever it is?
Well, high passage gets real expensive real quick. Medium passage is just half of high passage.
Yeah.
Because
sounds
medium
expensive.
passage is essentially you couldn't sell all your high passage things, so you're trying to get people to fill
Okay.
those rooms anyways.
So,
Okay, so-
for high passage is basically like, do you have enough caviar on hand?
Yeah, but how much is like a 1 parsec jump at high passage?
3,000, I think.
Well, that's not bad.
Or wait, actually,
There are
There's-
things you have to do for high passage, like or for concierge and stuff like that.
Well, you can buy luxuries, which isn't much. Takes up a ton.
High passage for 1 parsec is 6,000.
okay, I must
See?
have been thinking of medium passage.
Medium is
Yeah,
three,
I mean,
middle
if-
is 3, low is 1.
So if we can fill up the 20 low berths and let's say 5 high berths, we can actually, break even. Well, more than break even, assuming we do more than one of these things a month.
And we'd also be able to put whatever we have left into cargo.
We should buy some luxuries though.
Well, that would be 50,000. If you sold those, that would give you 50,000 a month. So you still need to find 420,000 somewhere.
Wait, what?
That's what the cargo is for.
I think at this point we probably need to break. And this is mid-ship building, but I don't think we're going to get this done for...
Probably not.
It takes some time. It'll take some time to brainstorm on this.
Yeah.
We have our characters.
We can sort of love this out in Skype or whatever.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. We'll do it over the week, and we'll get back to it with a finished ship, I think, rather than
And then
having
we'll
a
actually
discussion of building.
Yeah, then we'll actually start. We meeting next
Maybe.
week for this, or are we
I
meeting...
think next week.
Actually, I'm not
maybe
even sure if we...
Yeah, next week
Depends
is
on what-
Slave and a week before Christmas. So
Yeah, so next meeting might be the
Unlikely.
31st, or is that going to be
now my
problem?
parents will be around. It'll be the 7th.
That's friggin'
Seven.
New Year's Eve. There's no way we're playing then.
Alright, so till next time.
Yeah, see you all then.
Say
Hey, everybody from Sales with Junk Cow Jerky Dealer.